All right. So, I just pulled in a parking lot. I'm gonna come back, but I got some stuff to discuss. All right. I'm back and I'm here now. Yeah, and I was muted, and people gonna have a problem with me being muted. Um, you can go somewhere the fuck else with that. And I've identified a pedophile that is going after a 13-year-old girl. Okay, son obscenity. I have his address, and I'm gonna catch him this week. All right, and the frequency of my catching doesn't give anyone an excuse to be a scumbag. Nah, I'm in a parking lot. But just so we're clear about the ground rules, does this mean that I can say that I can mock bad guy for his sexual assault and rape and like anyone else's? Like a lot of people, um, I guess disingenuous, disingenuinely, you know, were saying like PHI that was like the worst thing she could do, which it was pretty bad. But about going after like bad guy story. Um, make no mistake, he just did the exact same fucking thing. And don't tell me about any fucking line or morals or any of that bullshit because there aren't any. Because I called out, spokes, you know, that I mean, at best, he is just a clip editor. I haven't seen a catch edited by him, you know. It's now cool to mock sexual assault if it's me. you know, I could go one of two ways, and I think both would be kind of justified. Is like I could go with the lowest common denominator of this piece of shit internet space and respond in kind and apply the exact same standard to them. But at a certain point, just because other people are pieces of shits doesn't mean that you have to. And that's going to be my thinking. Yeah, like they made a whole video, but it's like this whole thing was like so disingenuous. Yeah, like so Spokes basically went full clown force. And like hopped on the bandwagon of not like using anything like bad I did or like embarrassing I did or whatever I did. But using you know the fact that a sex crime happened to me against me, and if I opened that door and responded in kind, that would 100% justify doing the exact same thing back, which I know that a lot of the people, including in that circle, have a story that it would be justified if I used it against them. Like, why? Like, what would really be the difference of me using a picture of their abuser and using it against them? And the answer is there is no line, because they're the exact same thing. No, but bad guy is in that circle, and there's a whole thing about how like PHI was like saying, somehow he was going to use like his like well actually no, I mean I guess like generally it was about using someone's like story against them, and then that guy like said his thing. If I apply the exact same moral standard, you know, and no, you know what? And if you don't agree, then yeah, like y'all can go somewhere else. Like I think this community's trash, bro. It's straight trash. And I'm not gonna stop shit, because my channel, my panel, my live, um, no. No, there's no line. You know what though? Like there is no line. And I'm not doing anything in retaliation. I'm actually saying what I'm not going to do. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, if someone made a video about using like the offender, and that guy, by the way, uh, Rich Macaruso, has 7 convictions against teenage boys, and you're putting my face and his face together. Where other than me is that acceptable? Fuck you, for real. And if that means fuck all of you, then fuck all of you. 100%. I'm just gonna be straight. I don't give a fuck like who like twists whatever the fuck. But if you're not backing me up on this, then have a nice life. Kindly fuck off. And fuck you. Like for real. You know? It's like you guys ask so much of me, to be like always immoral and all that bullshit. And like get all these catches or whatever. How could you have a positive and productive mindset in this fucking piece of shit space? You know? But I do have a catch coming up, and I will do that catch because all I have to do is knock on his fucking door, and I'm gonna do anything I can to track him down. I'm talking about the predator that I'm catching as a side issue. Um, but yeah, but I do stress that I don't know, a lion is a lion. Um, and yeah, like I'm not really wavering on this one. Like, if you're not on my side on this, like I don't know what to say. Uh, go away. I don't. Yeah, like for real. If that means like telling, like I kind of started the stream where if that meant telling like everyone to go fuck off, it would mean telling everyone to go fuck off. Yeah, no, I know. People didn't know. But yeah, it's just kind of I am kind of just saying that you know, well, actually, I think there are some people that I'm kind of reading um that seem to understand where I'm coming from and appreciate that. Um, and also kind of saying that and I'll just kind of like keep. I mean, I kind of and like it doesn't really matter what I say. Like you know, whatever people twist it into is what people are going to twist it into. But my main point is I would find it revolting if I used like someone's story against them and that circle of people did an awful lot of crying because someone kind of insinuated to threaten to do that, which none of which I would do, but that is what a certain person just did. But yeah, bro, I don't know. After a certain point though, um I just kind of wanted to say that it's kind of started with just people like lying or whatever, like twisting my words and like just making stuff up or whatever. Like I quit my job and worked full time, even though like I don't remember much weeks where I worked under 40 hours a week, you know, um, and all this other bullshit. And then it literally got to the point where it was like you know like a fictional character almost that had nothing to do with me. Um, and but like now it kind of just seems like if it's Ryan, there's no line, you know? Like seriously, what's next? You know? Um yeah, nah, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not talking about any of that or gang people or I don't know about any of that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll just say though, if like even if we don't agree on some stuff, if you guys are if people are backing that up, like let me just say that, like if y'all are backing that up, like and here's the only thing I'm saying, if you guys back that up, like go fuck yourself. Like for real. And he's also clipping part of it where uh you know, I think I said like I had a lot of kind of hate of me and all that based on based on that situation and you know, kind of understand how people like snap and stuff. And that's about as far as I said. And I kinda do think that, you know. Um like I hate I hate pedophiles. I hate creepy people. Like I don't just dislike them, I hate them. And I kind of do think that, you know, I'm glad that I've never started being violent and I don't plan on starting being violent, you know? Because shit, I feel like if I started, I wouldn't stop, you know? And that's what I was referring to, and that was being like clipped, also being used against me. And yeah, all because I talked on your editing, so you're gonna do that. That's bullshit. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. Um, and it's like it's a lot of people, you know. It's a lot of people too. It's like people aren't really even thinking with their head; they're kind of thinking with the vibes or whatever it is. I'm not even sure, but it's like we're really backing that up. Because kind of my original point going into this was saying that I didn't mean to specifically refer to the bad guy. And I don't know where he would stand on this issue. And I was gonna say I don't know. I don't have any expectations for anyone. Um, and if I do, they're very, 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 very low. Um, was that was kind of like the point of why a certain catcher saying they would use their stories against them would be fucked up. But all of that goes out the window, you know, if people are standing by that. That's my point. And yeah, no, I would say I would have to have a very high amount of self control. Um, I'm actually proud of how much self control I've had in my life. Yeah, that's kind of exactly true. Um, you know, although I haven't really seen anyone actually make a statement, so it's not like I guess in theory, and I'll stress in theory, because I have a weird feeling that uh, this is affording way too much grace, but that it's not like it's still possible that even people that were aligned with him could probably turn against him. But I just have zero expectations that would happen. Um, and the only reason, yeah, the only reason, if we want to get into it, like why that even came out, it wasn't like I was just like putting, you know, my story out. Like, why would I do that? You know, around here, it was because it was being kind of blackmailed against me by people in the shit circle. Um, like clown, you know. So I said it. So then the result is like putting a picture of the predator's face and then my face and then like making a bunch of sexual innuendos or whatever. And yeah, I mean that's like other than me. So again, like if it's just like fuck Ryan, if you're on the fuck Ryan drug, maybe to put it down a little bit, um and just anyone else, literally any other human being, when would that be acceptable? As far as what I did, um, with that situation, was the only thing I left out was what he did to me in reporting it to the police, because I knew that it's not acceptable for things like that to happen to me. Like, I knew that because I was 22 and I didn't react in air quotes the right way, I guess by, I don't know, like, what would be the right way exactly. Um, or yeah, I mean, I could go on and on about why that's not something easy to do. I just said, all right, so he's a sex offender. He's working near kids. I went on that issue and I blasted him on Facebook. And I went to the police. So I went to the police about the fact that he was working near kids. But I left out that part. If I appreciate that. Um, I don't want to call you garbage. Because that's your literally your use. It says your username. Maybe Pale Kids. I'll say. Um, or GP, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be in this way. I thought really in 2021, you know, like a million years ago, when I actually kind of like started catching and being in the space. Yeah, I really kind of what I really liked about it was actually yeah, I'll call you GP. I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. Was like it was kind of like not only against like pedophiles, but like creeps and everything, and that's kind of how I feel about that. Like I hate pedophiles, I hate creeps, and honestly, like yeah, like I hate them to the extent of you know I'm glad I haven't started doing like a dap catch or something because I do think like I really hate these people like pedophiles and creeps. But it was really like a stance against that. And if anyone were to kind of, go against that like fabric, um, that before would be like ousted. Like, what are you doing? But now it's like all the rules are bent to the point that there really aren't any rules anymore. It just matters like who it is. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just want to get that out. To be honest, I could see Rand dropping out of a tree to not go to bread. I mean, shit, maybe. I don't see why a tree would be involved though. I'm trying to think if that's reference. Uh, Yeah, but I guess like the main thing, um, as far as oh, Dap, I don't know if Dap did do that. I haven't maybe watched the video. I can actually, you know what I'll kind of say? I always kind of had less of a problem with DAP than other organizations that kind of just have more of like a stunt or whatever it is, because like I feel like they really just like hate pedophiles and creeps, and they just like physically put them in their place. But obviously, um there's consequences, to that, um and stuff. But kind of the original, I think the original motive going into MVCap was that, wait a minute, we're still citizens, we still have rights. Well, kind of we used to, right? We don't really, no one really has any rights anymore. Um, but this is investigative journalism. This is something that, we should be allowed to expose pedophiles and creeps online, um, and oust them into society in a legal and constitutional way, and none of that should be conflated with, vigilantism or taking matters into our own hands. It's like it was like, the catching in of itself was very important, but also the fact that there's a major, I would argue, a constitutional issue against us. I'm actually working on a video about that. I actually played it, a little bit of it, but that was kind of the, it's kind of like, if we can't just obviously kind of do what we kind of would want to pedophiles, we at a minimum should be allowed to expose them and get them convicted and put in jail and bury them. Um, and yeah, that I do believe, and I'll always believe that's a movement worth fighting for. Yeah, so I'm not really. I mean, I'm kind of not like yet jumping the gun and saying, that anyone that was aligned with spokes is like backing this up. You know, but I would just say, look at the latest video, right? And obviously, to see things clearly, just pretend it's not me, pretend it's anyone else, you know, and just see if you back that, because in theory, just in theory, if people saw that, maybe they could be like, "Whoa, that is too far, and that is wrong," and you know. But yeah, but basically, yeah, basically, kind of summarizing, is he posted, yeah, like a picture of me and Rich Macaruso, who, like, he didn't just do what he did to me. He has 7 convictions against teenage boys. All right, like Rich Macaruso did 2 years in prison. He was a level 3 RSO. When I say was, because he's dead now. Um, But yeah, well, yeah, in the video kind of is super recent, so I wouldn't expect. I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I kind of would just say though, I'm not even gonna like argue. I would just say that if people back that, I want to like do my best to remember who they are, and I don't fuck with them. Like, uh, you know, that's some vile shit. Like, imagine if I did that. Imagine if I like used someone's story and then took a picture of their abuser and them, and like showed like what was happening and everything, regardless of like who they were. And I kind of say it that way because I kind of feel like it's almost like I don't know. Maybe there's like a derangement syndrome in of itself. Towards certain people. Doesn't look like much, but well, actually, can kind of see this the snowstorm. Yeah, it was kind of at the same time. Yeah, it was saying like Brandon is back in a certain circle. And I mean, I don't even think Clown should have really lived from it. I was always like either adversarial or undecided on Clown because I wasn't really sure what to make of it. But yeah, um, Purple was supposed to expose the boys. Oh, yeah, I'm close to home, but my thing is, I do have a catch that's a door knock away. Um, and I'm just gonna try to go by what I can go by and just try to do the catch. I kind of am doubting there's gonna be a meet because I just kind of don't think the guy will drive 3 hours, even if the weather is okay. So I'm just gonna try to get him. Because he sent the predator sent a pic. We'll just say so. Trying to get this done before Thursday. But pretty much gonna go right there and do the catch. Like I literally have his address and all that. On the been verified and all that. The guy I'm catching, obviously, making the disclaimer. And even at old times, I always would say like, "What? Like, how could you make a joke like that? Like I never backed that up. Even then, um, I don't think I ever justified that once. Like, I think if anyone genuinely thought that that comment Clown made about like what he did to a girl in a bathroom or whatever, you know, that's disgusting. But yeah, but you know what though? I think it'd be very easy, if I just stooped to that person's level and just said, "All right, that's what we do now. We use survivor stories against people." That's everything I'm against. I won't do that. You're not gonna see that from me. And you know, just because like other people are pieces of shits doesn't mean that I need to be like I think it kind of is a dangerous way of thinking that because people that are going at you are morally depraved that you got to lower your morals to their level. I think that's a race to the bottom. Um, you know, yeah, but I would definitely say like anyone back in that, like I don't want to hear anything about whatever morals or any of that. But I think the right people, you know, are gonna do the right thing. That's all I'll say. Yeah, Cruz actually wrenched up Brandon. He did. Yeah, once again, I even saw CPP West Virginia like loving that video. Like that's funny, and that's why I went after. Uh, that's why I went after CPP West Virginia because there's like that's some creepy weird shit to do. Like for real. Yo, Brandon, like straight up, like you harmed a fucking child. Go fuck yourself. I'm not even gonna read your comment. Like I heard your story. You were a piece of shit, bro. If you're having have a bad day, consider yourself consider not existing. Seriously. I did a band. I do think it's okay for Tommy to use Sun's Survivor story without permission, especially considering the facts that Tommy failed to protect his own child. Yeah, no, I think that's ridiculous to do. Like speaking for some, like saying like outing someone's story when um you know they're not even giving permission to do that. But yeah, but and then beyond that, people on his team using like a sexual abuse story against him. That's disgusting too. And I 100% meant what I said about CBP West Virginia. Like fuck them, fuck Tommy, like fuck that whole place. Seriously, straight up. Yeah, pretty sure I got rid of Brandon in my chat. Yeah, actually, it's come down pretty hard now. The snow. You see here. Gonna probably dox where I'm at. Total dox. It's coming down pretty hard now. It's cold as fuck though. I do not like the cold. And I don't have a wrap. I don't have a wrap. It's actually my new car. It actually has one of those things, a fob. I got used to a fob. Has a fob and shit. But yeah, but the biggest bullshit is like the new cars. They don't install like what you call like cigarette lighters. So I had to get that installed. Kind of bullshit, but that's for that's for another day. They decided, yeah, no, USB chargers are enough. Inferior USB chargers. Ah, it's cold. All right, enough of that shit. I'm fucking cold. I'll be back. Yeah, I don't know. The rest was kind of the beginning of the stream is like, it's kind of just venting, but I'm vented. I'm good. I'll even put up the link. Peach Eye is a black privilege version of your car. I'm trying to figure out what that means, honestly. Cebu? What is that? I don't. I will honest. I will be honest. I don't actually know what that is. Cebu, Kibu. Right, what county way in the back of your car? Oh, the Philippines. Okay, I did not know they were called Kibu. Well, like, why does this stuff interest me? Because I hate pedophiles, and I wanna take a stand against them. I don't know if one has to do with the other, but yeah. I was in the Philippines. Gross. I don't even want to think about Tommy. What the hell? We got into a fight with children after, and I'm just reading a comment. I'm just reading a comment after he tried to rip the kid off. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, my tires are good. I mean, my tires are. Yeah, nah. Yeah, no. The crazy thing is, I didn't know about so many things that were going on. Once I did, I left. And then after, I kind of just said everything I knew. Yeah, a lot of people can't even like try to misstate the Shifty situation, which like again, like once I found out like the full confirmed details of the situation, that was like when I was with PHI in Indiana. So like, you know, to make it really clear that like when he even first said like that weird thing about like him being like sexually assaulted by his daughter or something like that, um it was kind of more of like, did I hear what I thought I just heard kind of thing, and then I mulled over it, and then I kind of checked in with everyone else and said if there's something more to this, let's do something about it, I guess. But then because that didn't happen, I didn't really think. I thought there was maybe, I don't know, like who knows. Um, but then when it was like confirmed that yeah, like he did say some like messed up stuff, I'm like, I think I was like, he really said that, you know? And then uh I kind of figured out like how I'm gonna go about this because pretty much I went out with like no evidence or cooperation, but at least it I did say what I said. Well, actually, I think he answered that. He said something about it's not illegal there, so there's nothing you can do. But I mean, shit, bro, you're a predator catcher. Like you can get your camera and then put them on blast, right? Make it an exposure. And that's something that happened in front of you in public, so you would have the grounds to probably film that. What the fuck? 28 pedos when I was in my 20s. Well, I'm not in my 20s. I don't know if you think I'm in my 20s, but I was in my 20s. Jason 2, Jason Ben. Think about that. I'm chasing purpose. I'm chasing purpose, and then if anything, I'd welcome good people, but I don't chase people. Nah. That's kind of a cringe comment, a little bit. He had the responsibility to take action and failed. Yeah, it never happened. He said that for the clicks and views and money. Possibly. Like, who knows? Well, actually, then again, I mean, my thing is, I mean, technically, you could say, yeah, like, you're not allowed to really film there, too. But, like, this isn't really a free country either. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, you know? So, it's like, a lot of people will be like, well, you can't film there, bro. It's like, it's not like America. Well, America's not like America. So, what's the difference? Like, we got, like, a predator catcher in, like, you know, was in, like, Texas, right? Um, and you know they get thrown in jail because the dude passed out. You know, so his friend. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like it's kind of weird because like I just feel my age. Like I feel my age. If anything, I feel probably older, but I don't. It's kind of you can't really tell how you like what age you're perceived as. You know, I don't know. The difference is the jails you go to and how quickly you can get out. Uh, I don't know. The lines are kind of getting blurred. If you ask me. If we're saying like they just keep a bunch of people in jails and oppress people, I just like I'm seeing less and less of a difference between this country and those countries people warned about. Um, I mean, I don't even know if I'm that young. Maybe relatively young, I guess you could argue. But yeah, no, I mean, I really believe in the purpose. Like, I actually will see that like I've kind of decided that my measure of society because I think that you know people distract themselves by like all these divisive stuff, like liberal, conservative, whatever. Is we need to start with the pedophile issue. You know, like how do we protect our young? Like how does that society protect us young? Like let's say it had like amazing health care and this and that, and a great economy, this and that, but it lets pedophiles rape kids, and there to be not much consequences. then my view is that country's shit. That society's shit. So even if Alex like ran the country or whatever, like even though we disagree on a bunch of stuff, I know he would do the right thing on that. So I don't know. I mean, because we probably disagree on everything, but this issue, you know. So I really kind of prioritize that issue, and the idea that at least if we can expose or convict predators as a citizen and fight for that movement, yeah, no, I mean that's definitely worthwhile to me. Yeah, I'm 31. I'm 31. Um, I was nine. Let's see, I was 19. I have a late birthday. I was 19 and like shit, probably 2014, most of it. Yeah, like most of 2014. That's when I was 19. No, yeah, because I would have turned 20. Tommy said he'd been in jail at least 20 times in the ringer. Well, I'm kind of saying it in a societal sense. Um, because really, I mean, it's not even just like having kids. It's like everyone was a kid, and how you are when you're a kid impacts what happens to you when you're a kid impacts how you become as an adult. So it's like the one thing I can definitely say about everyone is everyone was once a kid. Everyone was once a baby, unless they were born in a lab or something like that, like Kyle XY or something. Um, you know, but yeah, there's more people could do about making sure their kids are safe, but online, but at the same time, um, yes, and it's not even like just catching them. It's like it's so much more than that. It's protecting the movement of exactly what we do. Um, it's kind of like auditing the system. Like DA's not taking cases just because of we're us. And then even if everything goes right, the laws are so lax where even if the police did it, they still don't get really any consequences. So that's yeah, it's kind of a big problem. Amuse is oh, it's just a hunchbackism. His parents didn't have to meet up with kids back before the internet. It's only happened when someone was kidnapped or if they were in a bad situation. Oh, not really, not really. It kind of happens in a similar way where it's not like they just grab them up by force. It's kind of like a lot of times it's like sometimes it's their teacher or coach or someone they look up to, and they're not necessarily doing anything forceful to them, but they groom them and then they do what they're gonna do. It's a tricky thing. Doesn't happen the way we think it happens. Yeah, family, friends. Yep. And he was a horse. Oh, what the hell is this? 29. Damn. I was saying, or was close to kids and in authority. Really, yeah, yeah. That's kind of a thing too. Sometimes it's more like, I mean, like that's like the pedophile issue. That's like something there, but I feel like I don't know. I mean, some people kind of get involved with kids to like they could be verbally abusing them. They just like I don't know. I mean, go out of their way to like yell at them or whatever. And I don't know. To an extent, it's like they really need kids to get gratification. You know, it's a sick world. Yeah, and I would say this. Um, oh shit, 18 inches. Holy shit. Um, oh no, my car just shuts off when it wants. Okay. God damn. I don't think it's weird at all. Um, well, first of all, like Alex, I mean, like he would be like he's younger than me significantly. Like he would have started this at I don't know, like 18, you know, and yeah, like 25 now. Like I'm 31. I think people are having kids later and later. So not at all. That and also I think if you like I started this, I remember like driving a catcher and then decoying. But like once you really see your go on one catch and you just see how bad the problem really is, there's really no going back. You know, like once you see how bad the problem really is, I think it will make any concerned citizen act, in my opinion. Uh what things Alex Oakley makes them sus. Yeah, I don't agree with that. But yeah, the kids thing is like because I mean a lot of people with ambitious careers even put off having kids. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like I don't know, dude's 25, like serious, like having kids yet, like at 18 or well, I don't think anyone should be afraid of saying anything. I'm not. There's no pitchforks here. I'm not raising my voice. Yeah, I think he grew a very big team, an effective team at a young age, and has done a lot of good. I think we've all said some things. You know, kind of weren't well received. But yeah, but it's kind of a crazy thing where if like someone just goes right to like, oh, you said that bad thing like 6 years ago, you know? I mean, yeah. Oh, GP, gotta run, but I hope you have a good night, Ryan. And again, sorry they're such crazy people, still want to go out of their way to each other. Truly don't deserve that. Yeah, appreciate that. I'll call you GP. Uh, thanks, and appreciate having you in the chat. Is being able on a Facebook Marketplace the same as meeting them on FB? You don't really meet them on FB though. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't think he can come back from being a 288A. I mean, he shouldn't. Like in whatever space he's in, he probably can, but he shouldn't in the true catcher space. Clown volunteers at elementary schools as a janitor, even though his son is over 18. Hold on, hold up, hold on, hold the phone. I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, holy shit. But I just like it's kind of hard to tell what's not true or not. Don't, then when then when you do have kids, they ask you why you're risking yourself catching. Yeah, exactly. It's such a contradiction. Like even if you were catching predators at like well like eight, you had a kid like let's say I guess 16, and then you could start catching predators at like 18, I guess. And then they'd be like, "Bro, like, why are you risking? Why are you're dead? Why are you risking your life and making it so that you wouldn't be able to take care of your kids?" It's like it's kind of at a certain point. It's like everyone's a critic, you know. It's like there's always some people are gonna say that's exactly true. But yeah, as far as I think, like having kids though is like a completely separate thing. I think people should only have kids if they truly believe that they're able to give their kid a good life and it's the right time and everything, and just has nothing to do with it really. Like it's kind of like it's almost being compared to like if you're involved in like kid activities or whatever and you don't have kids or whatever like but like we don't like we catch pedophiles, like we catch predators, like where we don't deal with kids, we deal with criminals, you know. It's not like we're youth ministers without kids, you know. We're out there reporting crimes by adults with fictional kids that we make up. That be starting to restream. Yeah, and just fuck them, honestly, for real. Like Sabby had a kid with a predator, a kid. Like, like Savvy had, in the context of this, like Savvy had a kid with a pet, like a RSO. It's like That's not like a hyperbole or anything. Oh, what did you say? Well, I know there's probably more restreaming, but actually, I can't really think of anything more to say. Oh, I have a big reason why I want to be a cop. So the number one reason that I've actually never wanted to be a cop is enforcement of the law. I am completely against any and all drug crimes, and I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I put someone in jail for a nonviolent drug crime. But yeah, but it's kind of like law enforcement is more of, and well, I mean, it's literally enforcing the law. Um, but it's not really. You kind of need to endorse the law to want to make it your job to enforce it. And my cause isn't the law. My cause is kind of what I said my cause is. But the police have a very important role in what we do. Um, but yeah, I've actually never wanted to be a cop. But yeah, I mean, as far as the other stuff, that's kind of too personal and financial. But yeah, it's kind of a weird train of thought to think that just if you're catching pedophiles, that nullifies like you can't do anything else. I guess. Like you can't save up for retirement, can't have health insurance, can't have a pension. Well, actually, yeah, but I kind of am against the idea of 401ks though, because it's like it's tied to your employment, and that means that the moment if something happens to like your employment, then that's all gone. I never liked that idea. I would just rather kind of invest in with my own money and you know that I can fully control. In theory, take out if I really need to. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what you're saying. You said though, so it's not really clear. But yeah, that's about it. I don't really have anything more to say here. Going to probably just end this live here, and well, good night.